So let me tell you a story. Recently, I lead this beautiful spiritual group called the Wild Women. And recently, we had done this kind of like social activity where we asked, one of the questions we asked is, if you were to connect with a wild woman, who would it be? And I'm the leader, right? And nobody chose me. Well, the few I had read, just one person chose me, and they were just choosing themselves. Shalom, best lifers. Welcome to your best life with Eziaha. My name is Eziaha Balaji, and you can call me a discipline coach. I help you bring discipline to your life. And my area of expertise and even passion would cover stuff like healthy living and weight management, especially for Jesus girls, domestic and home management for stay-at-home moms, and basically faith and spiritual discipline and management to everyone who loves Jesus, because really I believe that there should be order and structure to your life. So on this channel, we talk faith, we talk family, we talk fitness, and we talk leadership. And this video is a purely leadership video. I'm a leader and I'm a student of leadership. I just love studying about leadership. It's really powerful. One of the things that I'm always concerned about is how I want to last long. Do you get? I don't just want to be this leader who has so much passion now, then after 10 years I've lost the passion, I'm angry, my soul is overwhelmed, I'm not just happy about the work that I do and the service that I offer others. So I'm constantly checking, like, how can I last long, keeping my joy? How can I have margin in my life? How can I enjoy what I do now and also set up systems that allow me enjoy it for the longest of time? So let me tell you a story. Recently, I lead this beautiful spiritual group called the Wild Women, and recently we had done this kind of like social activity where we asked, one of the questions we asked is, if you were to connect with a wild woman, who would it be? And I'm the leader, right? And nobody chose me. Well, the few I had read, just one person chose me, and they were just choosing themselves. And I remember reading it the next morning or a few days after, and I just felt like, wow, nobody chose me. Like, how will nobody choose me? Like, don't they want to meet me? And I said, that's why people say it's lonely at the top. They'll just ignore the leader and be connecting among themselves. And Jesus asked me, who told you it's lonely at the top? I'm like, that's what they say now. See now, they don't want to meet each other. They don't want to meet me, the leader. And he said, no, it's not lonely at the top. That's a narrative that you have been sold. And I'm like, okay, so what is it at the top? And Jesus was like, was I lonely? Wasn't I at the top? Didn't I do everything God asked me to do? But I had my people. So instead of thinking that it's lonely at the top, I want you to think of it this way. It is exclusive at the top. And I'm like, wow, really? It's exclusive? Are we not supposed to be this inclusive, everybody's invited religion or relationship? Why are we exclusive? And he said, yes, a leader must be exclusive. In fact, he gave me 4 things a leader must be, and I want to share with you. It is ICES at the top. So it is intentional, it is curated, it is exclusive, and it is strategic. ICES. It is not lonely at the top. So now let's break it down. But let me go in a different format and not just, the ICES. Let's flip it a bit. Number 1, it is exclusive at the top. And that's a mindset that you must carry into your leadership. Everybody don't have to be your friend. Everybody don't have to choose you. In fact, you choose them. They don't choose you. And I know that it sounds like, oh, you're being proud. You're not being proud. You're being wise. Because these are the kind of things that make a leader burn out. Because you're like, I want to do everything for everybody. Everybody should think of me as being nice. That's not true. You choose them. They don't choose you. It is exclusive at the top. And it is wise to be exclusive at the top. Which takes me to the second point. It is curated at the top. Meaning that, again, so the exclusivity is the mindset you have. So now curating is that you carefully select your people. Jesus had the 70. He had the 12. And he had Peter, James, and John. That's high-level curation. He chose the people he wanted to come with him. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a particular point you get in leadership that you're alone. For example, Jesus going to the cross in the Garden of Gethsemane, he went with Peter, James, and John, but at some point he left them behind and went even further. So there are some battles, girl, you got to do it alone. It's your thing. You have people supporting you, but really it's your thing. So it is curated. Carefully select your Peter, James, and John. Okay, there's no need to carry everybody. Remember, it's exclusive, then it is curated. Cooking, again, it's not about the many things you put inside. Like, you have also fallen for that. When food is not sweet, add more seasoning cubes. In fact, You wonder why you ever bothered with stock cubes in the first place. I'll teach you how to, manipulate things like the temperature, the size of pots, the heat used to cook, the timing. All of these things are what I'm going to teach you in Buh-bye stock cubes. You will not just read where I write about it, but you will also see me cook live without stock cubes. We're doing it with 10 other faculty members and 2 board members who together will be sharing our stories and our challenges and our successes and the tears and the frustrations, so you don't have to go through it, and you will see that it is so possible. So now, after you have curated your people at the top, it is also very strategic at the point. You have to be a strategic thinker. Not every friend is for everything. So there'll be a friend that you talked about your marriage. There'll be a friend you talked about when you're fighting a certain battle. There'll be a friend you talked about your children. There may be a friend you talked to even about your leadership. You can't have this one friend and you tell her everything. That's a lie. You must be strategic about the kind of information you share with different people. If not, you'll be frustrated, and really you're abusing those relationships. When you're trying to tell someone that should not know about your husband, you're telling about your husband and she doesn't understand because she was not supposed to know. Or you bring mushy and emotional whatever into a relationship that should have just been purely strategic and for business. Do you see? You have to be strategic in the way you relate with your friends. Not everybody should come to your house. Not everybody should hang out with you. There's a way you connect with them, even though they are your friends and they are at the top with you. That way you enjoy the best from everybody instead of trying to get everything from one person and overwhelming the person. Let me tell you, I've been there. I've made those kind of mistakes before, and I don't do those kind of stuff anymore. So it is definitely strategic at the top. And finally, it is intentional at the top. What this looks like for me is that you have to create time to nurture the friendships in your life. Those people that are at the top with you, you can't say there's no time. And checking out their status, checking out their Instagram, liking their posts, that is not connection. We need real connections, meaning you go out to lunch with them, you go to their house to visit if it's an option, you go on a weekend getaway with them, you connect soul to soul with them. That way you're nurturing the very soul of the friendship, not just saying hi online. No, I'm saying, and if you cannot even visit them, you set out serious focused time on Zoom or over any online platform and connect truly with them. Listen, it is not lonely at the top. It is strategic at the top. It is intentional at the top. It is curated at the top, and it is exclusive at the top. So if anybody tells you it's lonely at the top as a leader, reject it. Tell them Eziaha said it is ICES at the top. And this is definitely one way to start to think so that you can enjoy your leadership and your entire life. Listen, we're here for a long time if Jesus tarries you. So there's no need feeling frustrated about the people and thinking they didn't choose me, or look at them, they're not including me. My sister, curate your friends and enjoy the best relationships with the people with a lot of wisdom. All right, I'll see you in my next video. If you like this video, then like it, subscribe, drop a comment, ask a question, and I'll see if I can answer it or maybe feature it in another YouTube video. Until then, shalom, because the prayer of shalom contains all of the prayers. God bless you. Cooking, again, it's not about the many things you put inside. Like, you have also fallen for that. When food is not sweet, add more seasoning cubes. In fact, you wonder why you ever bothered with stock cubes in the first place. I'll teach you how to, manipulate things like the temperature, the size of pots, the heat used to cook, the timing. All of these things are what I'm going to teach you. Just read where I write about it, but you also see me cook live without stock cubes. We're doing it with 10 other faculty members and 2 board members who together will be sharing our stories and our challenges and our successes and the tears and the frustrations, so you don't have to go through it, and you will see that it is so possible.